my god. Drop the vape. Oh my goodness. What's up, world? What's crack-a-lackin'? Oh, there's somebody here. There is a woman. What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm swiping through this. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's crack-a-lackin', yo? Arc Pilot. What's up? How are you? I'm Musical Pumpkin. Welcome to Musical Pumpkin Studios. And, never been on these YT short streams. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, YouTube's pretty late to the whole short form content thing. But, you know, they're coming along. They're coming along. Freaking, like, mobile streaming is, like, on YouTube is definitely, like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was like, oh, even streaming on YouTube was like, through desktop streaming, that was like interesting. 15 years ago. And then we got the whole mobile streaming that's been going on for a while, so. Mobile streaming on YouTube is definitely like the new meta. But even in spite of that, you know, even if you're like using mobile streaming to like try and help like attract subs in like a healthy way. But even in spite of that, as long as they have like, you know, decent content and you're a chill creator and everything, you know, people will come for an acceptable, enlightening personality and stay for the content if creative, you know. It's pretty simple. I think that's why I say I'm pretty sure like mobile streaming is like the new meta. But yeah. What's up with you though? How you doing, Arc Pilot? Happy Wednesday night or whatever it is to you. Yeah, you're at 15 viewers right now, but is the retention hella bad? I haven't like really lost subs or anything. My content is just me and my stories that I write and narrate because I'm a writer. I want to be a famous writer someday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. Chillin'. I took the night off from work because I didn't want to be shoulder checking the pavement today because it was super windy out. I didn't want to ride on my bike. Didn't feel confident about that. But yeah. It's weird. I typically, like, this is off topic, but I'm super hard on myself because I think I'm like a complete asshole and a piece of shit. But when I come on here, I try and show my genuine self and talk about interesting things. Bro, you guys start a channel and add donations. I have my channel. It's Musical Pumpkin Studios, and I'm currently growing it. Also, Niall, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome back. Freaking, what was I gonna say? There's a freaking hair in my drink. Ew. Ugh. Pretty sure it was my hair, though, so it's fine. So, bro, great talk last night, by the way. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. At the end, we started getting, like, super political about the country and everything, so. And I was, like, kind of anxious about that all throughout the night. So we'll try and avoid that. But that was towards the end. Yeah, it was crazy, but nah, we were chilling. Hell yeah, we were. We were all hanging out. Come sit by my fire. There's plenty of seats. And the fire is warm. But yeah, no, my channel is Musical Pumpkin Studios, and on there I have 2 series running right now, Fractured Stories and Lost Tapes, both of which are on their 2nd season. Lost Tapes actually started their 2nd season, and Fractured Stories has not yet. But all the stories I have written and narrated myself, with many more on the way, because I have a imagination comparable to my metabolism. It must consume. Or I guess in this case, it'd be more similar to like a defecation system. So, oh, need to empty the tanks. I guess I better go write a story. Hey, Melanite, what's up? What are you painting tonight? I'm not sure if I'm painting anything tonight. I'm probably going to be chilling for a little bit, and we'll probably do some painting tomorrow, because I've had a crazy week. Or, well, maybe I will paint something. Maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the night is. I gotta be in bed at some point, because I do gotta make it to work tomorrow. So, regardless of how it is tomorrow, I must brave Mother Nature's unpredictability and make my way to the manufactorum before I get servitorized. Hey, Melanai. Welcome back. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope it's all willing and chilling. But yeah. Oh, for Lost Tapes, this will not be official episode 3, but on Christmas, Lost Tapes is gonna have a Christmas special, a bonus episode focused around a post-apocalypse Santa Claus. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'm okay, having a naughty cold, but slowly getting better. I wish you the best. I wish you good health very soon. As soon as possible. Issa. Yeah, when I was growing up, and this is probably pretty average for, most little kids, but growing up, colds would freaking destroy me. I'd be coughing, sneezing, freaking going off in the bathroom. Ugh, God, it was awful. And then, like, in my 20s, a cold was like, freaking hit my vape, sip some whiskey. We're ready, boss. It don't matter how sick I am. I'm a badass. Now in my 30s, a cold's like the freaking final boss of Elden Ring. It's like, oh my God. I'm not as bad as I was when I was a little kid, but I get I get body aches. Freaking, they destroy me. It's so bad. I get sick, I just go straight to work. Yeah, if I'm super sick, I'll probably stay home, but I don't need to be well to ride my bike, so I have to avoid completely getting sick. Is that because of your Crohn's disease? By the way, what's up, Owen? How are you? Welcome back. I'm on immunosuppressants, yeah. Ooh. Colds will last a fucking month? Good grief, I'm so sorry. Sounds awful. Damn, that's tough, bro. Yeah, seriously. I don't really have any, like, stuff like that other than what I presume to be, or what I believe to be, mental issues and a really fast metabolism. 17K per month for your meds. Good grief. They might as well send you a note in the mail that says, have fun dying next month if you can't afford it. Good lord. The medical industry in this freaking place. Good grief. Yeah, the Lord spared my mind. He didn't. He gave me decent health, but my mind is fucked. It is bad. I'll literally be an asshole to people on purpose just so they don't have to deal with me. That fucking sucks. That sucks. I work in hospitals as a contractor, and you would believe the shit I've heard nurses say. Oh, try me. Who? Nursing is the healthcare workers are an interesting bunch. Oh, this should be good. Let's hear it, Niall. What's up? What are some of the things you've heard them say? I've never had like a bad encounter with a nurse, but I've ran into nurses that definitely seemed like at a glance they fucking had for the day, and if you set them off, you were gonna get a freaking catheter shoved up your ass. It's like, good lord. I don't get paid to be empathetic when I clock out. Ooh. Hippocratic Oath much? Never heard of it. Hippocratic Oath, not even once. A gastro doctor is hospital. He just died and his eyes were weird. I hope the next of kin didn't hear that. Has anyone ever seen a nurse get knocked out? I don't want to see it, but I would find it interesting. Not in a good way. Just, I want to be there to observe it, to build the basis for my own opinion. But I'm just like, I respect people who work in a very, I guess you could say, it's an environment that makes you cold-hearted, because if you're not, you can't make it. But I don't know how it's like. All I know is that it sucks and it's stressful, and they're treated like shit. So, in that regard, I don't have a whole lot to say. Mining and RuneScape while I do SQL homework. I respect that. I respect that. You know what? Maybe I'll go play some Skyrim later. I was a nurse for 16 years. I loved it so much, but I can't do physical work anymore. Here, nursing is like, aside from mental, also very physical. It's like, equal measure. But, nurse for 16 years, I respect it. I respect it. I'm more of a physical work kind of guy. I love hard work. I just don't like, being shafted while I'm doing it. Here's my dream job. Give me an abandoned planet. Give me an empty planet. Give me a whole ass planet that I'm the only human on. And give me like a big land crawler type vehicle. And then my whole job will be like, hey, we'll pay you this hefty sum per month. Survey the planet for us. And I'd be like, I'm the only motherfucker on there. I can step outside my land crawler and enjoy and embrace my mental problems and just scream at the sky. And, if anybody's like watching me, who's there, like, keep an eye on me, make sure I'm safe in case I need anything, they're up in the space station in orbit, cracking up. It's like, oh, Dan's losing his shit again. You know what might be able to rehab your back if you stayed in another country for like 6 months? Melon, I am sure you've seen the Crazy Nurses then, right? You know what's weird? I have, like, opinions about how police should do their job, even though I'm not a freaking cop. So I don't care. For context, I don't care if, like, someone, like, say if someone's, like, trying to kidnap a kid or hurt someone's, like, kid or something, that cop can freaking meg dump that person for, till kingdom come, thy will be done. I don't freaking care. Save the kid. But there are things that a person will do or a person may do, and I have criticisms about that, but I've never been a cop. Now, where I was going with that is that I have never really had a bad encounter with a cop. I have opinions about them, but I've never had a bad encounter with them, thankfully. I've never had a bad encounter with a nurse either. They've just been like, where I was concerned in certain situations, they were kind of slow to react, but whatever. There's a lot going on in there. I need to remember that. I've seen plenty of crazy nurses. For me, on the subject of police, people don't know that we have more people in jail than China, Russia, and Iran combined. Yeah, it's rare to find a good one. I was on an elevator with a nurse that was clearly tweaking. She must have been sneaking meds. Oh, yeah, no. So, I don't want to, create a blanket opinion of nurses or anything like that. But considering that environment, being so close to the meds and stuff, I imagine a lot of people who aren't, I wouldn't call them regular or conventional drug addicts. I'm talking out my ass right now, kind of. Don't mean to offend anybody. Is that they probably took that job because it was closer to the meds. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So that implies that we also have significantly more crime than China, Russia, and Iran combined. I once asked my roommate, "What's the point of a cop if all of us are criminals trying not to get caught?" Well, that's because catching people is a business, and businesses make money. So, I mean, also, simply enough, you need to pay the cops. But yeah, or it means we are more authoritarian than China, Russia, and Iran combined. They really do have a problem. I've tried to install cameras watching the med bays because the nurses were stealing drugs. Or sorry, I've had to install cameras watching the med bays because the nurses were stealing drugs. Oof. Ugh. One of them probably found out they had some overtime, some unwelcome overtime, and they needed a pick me up. I don't drink or do drugs. I don't even drink coffee. Hey, you know what? Good on you. You drink tea? Do you drink le tea? The tea's pretty good. Tea's nice. You know what? Mel and I? Yeah, Mel and I? Yep. Respect you for that. I drink, smoke weed, and vape nicotine. So I have my top three, my working man's fuel. I am not proud of it. I'm not saying every nurse is bad. I know, and I agree with you. I'm not saying that either. You're all good, man. It's not a short answer. That's a legitimate answer to that question. It's not a short answer, and it undermines everything we think we know about our country and political science. I adore rose milk tea. Fuck yeah, that's cool. I need to drink more tea. I need more water. Yeah, let's talk about something else. Let's move on before we get too riled up. Like, just to end that though, I've known a lot of nurses, and let me tell you, they don't work in the nursing industry anymore, or the medical industry anymore. But the fact that they have that kind of like that ability to care ingrained within them, I could get freaking like bonked on the head, and they would like rush over to me to make sure I'm okay, just out of instinct. And you know what? I respect them for that. Simply put, the medical industry is fucked, and the people that are working within it to help people in need are admirable. But we need to remember there's a lot of shit going on in those hospitals. So, all right, moving on. Trust me, I work in a place where you wouldn't call it a conventional workplace. Stresses me out. It's up to nurses, the board of each hospital. Moving on. Agreed and yes. Yeah, we're moving on. My friend tried to start a company that used multiple insurance companies to bring prices down for a service. He found out that there is already laws in place that make the exact business's model illegal. Yep. I don't know much about like the insurance sector. So Owen, could you ever so politely and elegantly enlighten me? My sweet, sweet good sir. Because I know insurance is like, hi, we're an insurance firm. We're here to help you. Get fucked. If you have like three insurance firms like all next to each other, you should have a sign up front that says, what flavor of fuck do you want to be today? Door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Well, hospitals can charge insurance companies any price for a treatment. I think car insurance is a complete scam. You see, I don't know how real insurance works. I have an e-bike. And if the day comes where I have to get it registered and insured, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna lose my shit. And everything a doctor signs off on that isn't an emergency has to be approved by 14 plus different bureaucracies. Does anyone miss the day of simply living in a small town and having the town doctor pay you a visit and, it's helping you out and having some food and drinks after and seeing him later at the town hall, jamboree or something, and, him congratulating you that you didn't die from cold? I miss those days. Yeah, they have a system that streamlines this called medical coding, where each illness has an approved code attached to a specific treatment plan. Ah, okay. I totaled my $15,000 car, and my insurance gave me $3,000 after driving for 8 years with a clean record. Motherfucker. Oh, we'll give you 3,000. The 12,000 will have to be brought forth by you, and here is the Google Maps directions to the nearest church in case you need a fucking miracle. That's why I only drive shit boxes. That's why I only ride a freaking e-bike. Yeah, private sale. Ooh, it's the way to go. Nice. I believe it. I crush my shit box and I get paid more than it's worth. Owen has cheated the system. Good job, Chum. The corpos will know what hit you. Them. Obviously, you know what hit you. It was the tree. But what hit them was you. Breaking the system. For real. That's how you play it. I'm just saying. Slight tangent. I will be cold in the ground with an unmarked grave for 5 years without anybody knowing I'm dead before I ever tattle on a friend for tax evasion. I spent 4 months rebuilding a car I got for free, but you have to know how to work on your own shit. Oh wait. But you have to know how to work on your own shit. I spent 4 months rebuilding a car I got for free. My insurance with my second car is $50 per month, and if I crash either, okay, fuck them, I get $4,000. You know what, Owen? Maybe you should just start a small private business where you try and expand that kind of what's called a life hack conversations, like kind of life hack to people where you're just like, oh yeah, no, just drive shit boxes because if you crash it, you'll get more than it's worth. You should just hunt down for shit boxes and repair them and flip them, or at least make it a functioning safe shit box, and then and give to somebody. If they crash it, they get more money, and then boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I work on every car I've ever had. That's so much cheaper, and working on cars is not hard unless it's a new car with computers. I get that. That's fair. I remember I have a buddy who I think one of the cars he got like a while back was one of the more modernish cars he'd had in a while, and like if there was something wrong with the computer, he was fucked. But everything else, he was like pretty smart because he worked on cars for a while. He was a car guy. I did it on the side for years. I've sold Ted like 3 cars. Nice. Hey. Dude, you should, if you ever do it again, you should call the business like Flip a Shit. Or Flippin' Shit. Yeah, Flippin' Shit. Call it Flippin' Shit. But don't call it actual shit. Like you put the pound sign in the middle so you know. Gotta keep it, gotta keep the business name kid friendly. But yeah, call it Flippin' Shit. I stopped because now it costs $600 to register a car up here. Oof. Ouch. That's like 2 checks for me. Exasperated Elmo sigh. But yeah, I just get paid $8.50 to register my personal car. Ooh, nice. Now rebuilding an engine or a transmission is the hard part. I believe it. I thought for a while my bike's motor might be acting fucky, but it was fine. My e-bike do be making some weird sounds, and I do need to get Escher in for a tune-up one of these days. Luckily, I mostly drive the company truck. Nice. Lucky you. Keep the luck, my guy. Keep the luck. Pulling that shit out of cars, like, why? Oh, dude. Engine, transmission, like, I'm not sure what goes into the process of pulling out a tranny, but pulling out an engine, like, you need to freaking lash that bitch to a little freaking winch thing, lift it out, freaking put it either on supports or suspend it in the freaking air, but from the winch, work on it. But then while you're working on it, you have to figure out what the fuck is wrong. And then you may have to, hopefully, but probably, take the bitch apart. And then, in the process of doing so, you may or not have created several other problems that you will have to go back and fix. Usually people pull the engine and transmission at the same time. Yeah, taking it apart is the easy part. I remember watching my buddy, he and I would like hit the dab rig. Well, this isn't, well, I'm making a gesture for smoking, but it's more smoking for like a joint. We would like hit the dab rig, and I don't know anything about cars, but he would just sit there after we hit it, and he would just work on his car. I'd be talking about it and everything, and we'd be talking about stuff. And I was watching him, and there's this freaking just shit everywhere. Like, he is working on his car, and I'm just standing there amazed. Putting it back together is a different story. Saw that coming. Yeah, I could never see myself driving a car because I'm reckless as fuck on my bike. So I would be or trying to be sensible in this equation. I should not drive a car because I'm reckless on my bike. The real reason people have trouble with the assembly part. You can't get even a speck of dust on your ROB bearings or cylinder bore. Or rod bearings. Or cylinder bore. I'm learning new car stuff today. Thank you all for educating me on this. Also, you have to order and for each engine. I can see why car people know so much about cars. Bruh, back in the freaking, like, what was it, the 80s or 90s? There were, like, concept cars that, like, oh, wait, no, Japan. I forget which car it was, or what brand. Maybe it was Toyota. I'm not sure. Maybe one of you guys know. But it had its own, this is before GPS. It had its own, it used a own navigation system similar to GPS, but utilized a gyroscope. And you could, like, you know, you had to input stuff, but it was apparently really efficient. I know so little about cars. Oh, Mel and I. Oh, you're not alone. Me too. Yo, you put it all back together in the car, then you look at your left and you see a bolt just sitting there, and you're just like, oh, fuck. Bro, I'm missing a washer from my rear wheel. I don't know where it is. Hopefully, I do not need it. I've been riding with it, missing a washer from my rear wheel. Everything seems fine, though. I hope. Not good. No. You know, when I take Escher in for a tune-up, they may call me about that and be like, do you realize you're missing a washer on your rear wheel? And I'm just like, yeah, no, I know. I was repairing it, and it kind of went MIA. But yeah, no, Mel and I too know so little about cars. All I know is that yeah, I don't know much about cars either. I probably know more about bikes than I do about cars. You avoid all these problems by welding naked while throwing a Slim Jim, bathe in wintergreen long cut, start speaking in a southern accent. It's all oh. Well, you see, you gotta make sure that while you're repairing and putting your engine back together, that you don't have any missing pieces laying out after you get it all back together. Otherwise, you're going to be repairing that wall there because you just put your fist through it. And you've been working on that bitch on 4 wheels for 6 hours now. Just got it fixed, and you had to be in bed 2 hours ago. Maybe you'll have a beer. Then it'll turn into you having to be in bed 3 hours. And then an hour after that, you're going to be getting ready for work. Now, the first mobile stream I did on here was me literally just drunk working the bike. You got to watch me struggle getting the freaking wheel off because I'm a freaking idiot and couldn't see with my own 2 human eyes how to get the wheel off until I freaking, like, accidentally pulled it off, and then I figured out, oh, that's how it works. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb pumpkin. Man, I can 4-wheel engine swap a chipmunk. Wintergreen long cut. What is wintergreen long cut? Is that a chew? That sounds like a name for you would give like a thing of chew. I want to say that's a chew. I feel like I've had to go buy somebody that or pay for it. One of my buddies gave me a ride one time, and I had to help him, or I had to pay for a thing at long cut for him. Which, you know, considering they were giving me a ride, you know, sport price to pay. Everyone is a genius in their own preferred subjects of interest. This is true, Melanine. This is true. It's National Chew of the Deep South Appalachia. Yeah, no, speaking of Appalachia, let's talk about that. So I'm going to go pour myself another drink. We're going to talk about Appalachia, America's Forbidden Forest. BRB. Appalachia has an extreme history of oppression because of a bunch of multiracial workers' rights groups. Government went in and fucked it all up because multiracial workers' rights groups simply don't work with the American Constitution, apparently. Well, I'm not sure how to approach that. Yeah, I'm not educated enough on that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about how weird Appalachia is. Like the stories and stuff that come out of there, because the Appalachian wilderness, I want to say there are things you could bring to the table that could, that could practically explain some of them, but let me give you one example of why I have trouble believing that. At least in some cases. I'm multitasking, listening to H.P. Lovecraft, listening to you all. That's a great section of history. Also, the Pinkertons were real. Oh yeah, I know the Pinkertons were real. The Pinkertons were. Ooh, that's like a small black mark on American history. Listening to H.P. Lovecraft. Which story? Which one? I want to know. Tell me. Tell me, please. But yeah, no, about Appalachia, it's like, say that, say like Owen, you and I are in a cabin. Like, we're meeting some friends at the cabin, and you and I happen to get there first. Could totally happen, things happen. Sometimes you get there first before the rest of the group. Mountains of Madness. I'll put respect on it, Mel and I. You enjoy listening to that. And we love you. We love having you in the stream. So thank you for being here. Enjoy the Mountains of Madness. That's probably one of the stories I remember next to it's Mountains of Madness and the Horror Innsmouth. I think it is. I think it's called the Horror Innsmouth. But that one's good too. But yeah, no. So Owen, say you and I are in a cabin together. We get there ahead of group, and say I'm in one room and you're in another room. I have the window open. And I hear your voice from outside telling me to come outside. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, maybe Owen needs like help, carrying something. No, that's cool. I got it. I'll help him. But then I look to my right, and you're in the fucking kitchen. I'm just gonna be like, shit. That is. Look up Appalachian People's Union APU and Black Appalachian Workers Union. As far back as the Underground Railroad, Appalachia was always anti-slavery, and he ended up being fully anti-racism in the 1800s and onward. Interesting. So Pinkertons constantly interfered. Copy that. I believe it. The Pinkertons were not a nice organization at all. It's them and a menagerie of other things that are black marks on our country's history, but if somebody had to ask America to come forward, they'd have to ask the rest of the world to come forward for all their bullshit. So, whole ass government conspiracy dedicated to keeping Appalachia poor. Isn't that the fun fuck house we live in? But yeah, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about, how weird Appalachia is. There's some weird stuff that happens over there. But I do respect though that you take that seriously. I'm not trying to disrespect that at all. I'm just saying. The reason that Appalachian was always anti-slavery is that the most of the landowners were Irish Catholic who were formerly slaves. Okay, I will say though that makes sense because the Irish did go through like a period of like a lot of them got enslaved, not like in the country but like places they went. I think I'm not sure. Has anyone ever been to Appalachia and experienced anything weird? Let me pose that question. Yeah, the Caribbean and South America mostly. Families from there. Gotcha. My family is originally from East Coast, Boston. Uh, just feral people allegedly. Okay, I've always heard. Let's talk about that because I've heard that story, that deep South, like freaking the settler time period. Even some Indians may, because I'm saying may because I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% certain that there were like people of the caves or something because they would hunt the settlers and they would also hunt the Indians or the Native Americans. Also, for anybody who may be from that area who knows better than me, because I know that they prefer it's either Indians or Native Americans. I can't remember which one, and I sincerely apologize. Because I know a lot of friends who are Indians or Native Americans who work security at casinos and stuff. They're really cool people. I know one of them. Dope guy. I smoke weed with him. There's enough weird stuff here in Oregon, but I would love to travel around someday. Same. No, I, I, I would die in a horror movie because someone would tell me there's a cave up in the mountains where a demon was sent to live, and I'd be like, ooh, really? Tell me. I want to see it. I have a fucking death wish. Oh, you should check out the Valley of Headless Man on Yukon. Oh wait, is that the place, the story I've freaking heard where like people who were camping out trying to find like some buried treasure or something kept turning up like dead with their head removed? Kind of threw out my life so I could travel young. I get that, and especially like you may have made a smart choice there, considering I wouldn't want to travel in this day and age at all. I do give my sympathies though and my condolences for the result of what you want to do, or the unfortunate half. But I get it. I get it. No, I've lived in Washington my entire life. The farthest I've been is Portland. So my buddies kidnapped me so I could go have voodoo donuts with them. They wanted me to know the glory of voodoo donuts, so they feel like we're going on a little trip. It's like, oh, we're going to hang out. Yeah, we're going to go hang out. And this little hangout turned into a freaking kidnapping me on a road trip to go to Portland. Oh, my friends. Then was found headless. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that valley was full of gold. Everyone who tried to pan gold there disappeared and was found headless. Do we think it's a person or something else? And do we think that they know where the gold is? Shit, man, I think you'd love Sacramento. I've never been to California, here I come, right back where I started from. But that tribe disappeared. There was a tribe. Oh, there was a tribe there that would behead people, but that tribe disappeared. Hmm. I wonder, are there any cave networks in the Yukon? Just out of blind curiosity. The records of the other tribes say that they disappeared overnight. Okay, I'm definitely posing that question now. Are there cave networks in the Yukon? Like extensive ones? Yes. I think that's where they freaking went. They could have gone, they totally could have gone like anywhere else. They could have gone anywhere else. They didn't have to go to the caves. I'm not saying that's their only option, but I'm just saying if there were extensive cave networks in the Yukon similar to Appalachia, and the government banned anyone from exploring, research groups included. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't care to know stuff that the government knows that I'm not supposed to know. But I just want to pose a theory. I think the extensive cave networks is where they went. And also, I just want to say, at the end of the last stream, we started getting a little political. I may have had things to say about vets that may piss vets off. I don't hate vets. I don't hate our service members, past, present, or future. I do hate the fact that they're being fed a lie and they're treated like shit. I want them to be treated better. As I drop my vape. But that's as political as I want to get today. We're talking about weird, silly stuff. So for this, we fully agree. Yeah, I know, the freaking... They put the freaking caves... Do we have feral tribes, like, living in the Yukon cave systems? Veterans for Peace, man. They are a group you would love. Maybe I should look them up at some point. But yeah. But we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. You can DM me about that later. It's all good. God, staying bent over. I need to stand up straight. Oh. I think the fact that I'm kind of like angled is like screwing up my breathing. Because you guys just see me up here, it's like, I gotta take a huge breath. I need to stand up straight. What's up? Actually, so let me tell you guys something. So for the mobile streamings have mostly just been like me chilling, just wanting to hang out. And, you know, maybe, just maybe attract people who would want to sub, who... And you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't beg for subs. I don't beg for donos. I will never beg for donos or anything like that. Only do it if you want to, because that's called being fair and real. And, you know, we need to inject more of that into these platforms. So, one pillar of that, one major pillar that I will pervade to you all, and to hopefully better solidify that, is owning up for what you believe are mistakes that you've made. Now, I'm going to be human here for a second, again, and be like, I'm not going to own up to all of them. I'll own up to the ones I make on social media and stuff like that, because that's called keeping it real. Why am I having trouble having full breaths and breathing? Why am I having the freaking... Okay, I'm fine. Because a lesson I would want to pervade to the world is if you can't own up to the mistakes you make, if there is no accountability for you, me, Tim, Jennifer, or Jack somewhere in the back, we're fucked. And if anyone ever has kids at any point, you meet somebody, you have kids, regardless of the setup, regardless of the orientation, regardless of anything, if you have kids, teach them this. If you were wrong, admit you were wrong. Admit what you did was wrong and apologize and mean it and learn from it. A flaw or a mistake is not a pitfall. It's a lesson if you let it be that. Also, don't let pride get in the way. You heard of Skinwalker Ranch? I heard. Oh, bro. Woo! Classique! Skinwalker Ranch. That's had a lot of like stuff on it. Is that stuff real, or is that whole thing been a hoax? So, I'll let you answer that. Tell me more. And the special ceramic materials that are super conductive that they have found in the soil. ceramic isn't, is that naturally conductive or is it not? I don't think it is. I know it's heat resistant and deadly to glass, but it's not conductive, is it? That's a special type of ceramic they found that's conductive. Now I'm like, bruh, that's not supposed to happen. Pull the lever, Grunk. Oh man, I agree. Dude, definitely. Yes, most of real. They heavy documentaries that make it sound haunted. Those aren't entirely real. Okay, okay. So documentaries maybe spoofing a bit. I guess you could say the only way to really like get some real evidence, like stuff like that. Just go yourself. Pick your own evidence. The Skinwalker Ranch is full of supernatural things. Wasn't it like what is it about it? Like what's so special about Skinwalker Ranch? Is it something that's like buried under the ground or I feel like it would have to be because maybe it's like is there Indian burial ground nearby? You know, stuff like that. There's a whole menagerie of questions I could ask. Bermuda Triangle shit. Ooh. Oh my god. So speaking of the Bermuda Triangle, I have thalassophobia. I'm scared of deep water, but I don't need to be under the water to be scared of it. I could be smack dab in the middle of the freaking ocean, and I am gonna be in my quarters, hiding in a corner of my room, scared dickless. So yeah, to me, it's leaning towards buried technology that's far more advanced than our own. You see, I feel like the people at Skinwalker Ranch need to go grab some augers and some shovels and start digging. Because if there's no record of anything like a burial ground or anything, no like religious site or anything like that, I mean, I've been drinking, so my words slurred, and because I'm freaking, I don't know, weird, my slurring turns into, oh, I'm going to turn into a fucking, UK man now because that's more comfortable and less stressful on me fucking mouth and everything. Time to talk right after I've had a few fucking drinks. Oh, the Air Force took all of it on imminent. You know, Uncle Sam, if you didn't want me to know something, you have done a shit job. Me walking on the Skinwalker Ranch with a shovel, all of a sudden I get sniped. Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch is now military property. What? So I don't not believe you, but I will look that up later because I want to learn more about it, but it's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's basically saying there's something there. Can people still go there, or is it completely cordoned off? Like, you cannot go to Skinwalker Ranch at all? Or do you need, like, a specific reason or specific licensing or something like that? Ah, my drink. Do you only... I'm gonna do my Aussie accent because when I'm riding on the San River Trail on my bike, I put on an Aussie accent to confuse people. We should do a joint documentary stream. Let's get sniped together. Firing squad stream. Ooh. There's whole documentaries what they discovered. We should do a joint documentary stream. I can agree with a reason the government has because you guys have heard this before. Here's my whole belief on it. If you don't want me to know something that I'm not supposed to fucking know, I don't want to fucking know it because that makes me happier. It's not my fucking problem, mate. It's not me fucking problem. I'm gonna be a happy fucking like freaking ridden koala up in the trees. I'm gonna be happy being ignorant. I do kind of have a little bit of joke story for that, but I'll wait. I mean, where we watch documentary. Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I thought you meant let's all take our phones to a joint documentary stream and infiltrate Skinwalker Ranch. It will be a joint dig. We will find the alien ship. We will find the artifact stalker. We will find the artifacts and make many rubles off them. Artifacts in the zone are priceless. People across the world want the stalker. That is why we are here, risking our lives, life and limb, for artifacts created by the incident at the CMPP. That is why, Stalker. That is why. Bandits, freedom, duty, the military, monolith. That is why. Maybe not so much monolith, because they're a crazy fucking cult and they're all mind controlled. Fuck them. Nutella is the Inuan. Inuan? Explain. Also, I need to use the restroom. I got you with me. This is typical of our streams where I need to, go use the restroom. Because I've been drinking. Because there's really no better way to have these streams unless the musical puppet is just a wee sauced. But I do like better this stream is going than the last one. I actually left the other one unlisted. I put it on unlisted because that one probably got the most political, and I don't really care about that too much. But BRB, love you all. Thank you for being here. Yeah, what up? Ernest Hemingway. Nutella is the N-U-N. Ernest Hemingway. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, I'm confused. Explain. I'm sorry. I'm not getting it. The master has returned. Fuck yeah. Welcome back, Commander. Okay, I'm just going to say this. If anyone's ever played Red Alert 2, Red Alert 2, the second one. Oh my god, why am I so short of breath? All I did was walk up the... Oh, never mind. I walked up the fucking stairs, and that's why I'm short of breath. Good grief. But yeah, global. I set the global variable statement of humanity to n equals Nutella. Nutella's. Oh, okay. Now I understand. But yeah, no. As I was gonna say, the the Soviet intelligence officer from Riddler 2. Hot. I'm just saying, hot. I remember that. I remember that game. I'm playing that game in my teens. I was like, she's hot. I'd love to, if the circumstances were different, I would totally, respectfully, you know, have a respectful and honorable date with her and be a good boy. I have an Ernest Hemingway cat and an extreme polydactyl cat with 28 toes. 28 toes? They had extra toes? They have extra toesies! Is the cat okay? Is it just a cat with extra toes? Wait, how many how many little thingies do they have? He has, it's like he has four front paws. Oh wow. Is he able to like, is he good? Like, is he able to like move more or less at is he more or less agile? I almost totally screwed that up grammatically, but on my YouTube I have short vids of him. You know what? Hold up. Uh, How do I? He's the black and white one named Dave. Yeah, I'm trying to like. I selected your name. And I'm trying to like visit your channel. Channel activity? All right. I guess it won't let me. Oh, and if you're still here, hopefully it doesn't come off as weird. Can you visit Mel and I's channel and link it to me in Discord? I guess it's because I'm the one who's streaming. It won't let me. But yeah, you know what, Mel and I'll drop you a sub when I get a chance, and I'll check out the kitty vids, the kitty cat vids, because I love kitty cats. I think they're so awesome. They're so cute. They're so adorable. They're God's furry little murder machines. The bladed tornadoes, as they are called. Really cute, really adorable bladed tornadoes. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet or not, or mentioned this yet or not. But there's a fucking we have a big fucking rat that scuttles around here, especially on deck. I was over there hitting the dab rig, and I got up. I'm not sure. I can't remember why I got up. I think I wanted to like get up and pace around a bit and hit my vape, and he just like he just freaking like scuttles out from under the barbecue, goes off the deck, and he's a big boy. I think it's the same rat we've had here for a while, and we've basically watched him grow. He's a big boy. I named him Tails. He's the resident rat, resident rotten. I have two large dogs that are blood brothers to each other, but they look so different that no one guesses. Isn't it? That's really interesting, isn't it? You think maybe, possibly, they would look the same, but no. Animals be coming out of here being like, no, we're not related. Shh, yes we are. But we look completely different. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we have a one black velvet chinchilla named Ebony. I have visited my pet rats, but I don't have any more at the moment. They only live like 2 to 4 years. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I think Ebony has like rodents don't live very long. I think Ebony has like some time left on her. I'm trying to give her as much attention as we can. We're going to be giving her some outsies at some point soon. Here in a bit, once I'm all squared away. Ebony gets some outsies. She gets some outsies. Some out time. And more bits. And hey, and maybe a tweet. And maybe some scooches under her chin. And maybe a boop. She's like, I would totally like hold her and like give her like little pulsating scritches, like soft ones. If she wasn't so like, she's a slightly chunky chinchilla, but to me she's tiny, and so I have the instinct to be like I don't want to hurt you. I gotta be careful. Otherwise, I would totally roughhouse with her. But no, one time Ebony I was giving her I was giving her some attention, playing with her, and she just like comes out of nowhere, out from under the game board, and this like jumps and ricochets off my leg because chinchillas will do that. I'm not sure if that's like a strictly a rodent thing, but she was just like imagine this is my leg, and she was just like it's like freaking wall skipped off my leg. I thought it was super adorable. I'm glad she was having fun. But yeah, I am the type of person. Slight tangent. I'm the slipe. The slipe. Fuck it. I'm staying with it. I'm the slap of person. I'm the slap of person, Snake. You don't know what the Colonel has been telling you. They're lies, Snake. Anyway, but I love animals. I think they're awesome. I understand the relationship between man and animals. Cats are little spirit guardians. Dogs are man's best friend. Also, extra slight tangent. There are people who are like, if you were stuck in the middle of the wilderness with your dog, would you eat your dog? First off, you're a dumbass for asking that, and two, you're supposed to fucking use the dog who is smarter than you at finding food, smarter than your dumbass at finding food. Use the dog to find the friggin' food. It has something that you don't, and that is a very sensitive nose. Not you specifically, but like people in general. To the idiot who posted that dumb fucking thing. It's like, use the dog to find the food. But my answer, because I'm a total Chad, is that I'm not gonna freaking eat my dog. Okay, I could not eat my dog. I could not eat something that I love with all of my freaking heart. I'm not allowed to die until my dog Odin does. He's my soul. Yeah, no, dogs. God made a good choice by making dogs man's best friend. They're so cute and adorable and loyal. And they can be little shit sometimes, but you know what? What friend isn't? A good friend being a little shit to you is just a sign of a good friend. Dogs to humans they're our brothers and sisters to humanity. They have helped us a long friggin' way. And I will be cold, dead in the ground, being consumed by said dog before I ever decide to hurt an animal because I can't eat. Use the dog to find the food. That way, both of you can survive. Oh my god. Brain cells. But also, Odin is almost 13, and that's really good for a Rottweiler Rhodesian Ridgeback mix. Ooh. You see, I know Rottweiler. Rhodesian Ridgeback. Is that its own breed? Specifically, like those two terms, Rhodesian and Ridgeback? I feel like it is. But no, Rottweiler's like... Rotties are so cute. They're such little sweethearts. If you are their companion, and you train them right, remember, there's no such thing as a bad dog. It's only bad owners. If you're a good person, you raise them right, you train them right, they'll be like, yeah, 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 I keep you safe. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. I keep family safe. Yes, yes. Wait, there's a threat. Where are they? I will rip his nuts off. Freaking this like freaking Dobers, Shepherds, even Pit Bulls, Rotties, good dogs. No such thing as a bad dog, it's only bad owners. Has anyone ever considered, because I know I've posed this a few times, that, people shouldn't have kids unless they have a license. Because we've had too many people who are just like, don't freaking raise their kids right. Should we have it so we can't have, like, I guess we'll use an example of a dog. Can't have a dog without a license, because we don't want the dog to be like, end up with a bad owner and be abused and cause collateral damage. If I'm being an idiot in that sense, I'm sorry, I'll concede it. Because that's, it's called being mature. If I'm being stupid, tell me to shut up at any point. Because that's why I love y'all. Bowser looks more like his father, who is a Rottweiler, but more the size of the Rhodesian Ridgeback mom, and Odin is the size of their dad, but looks more like their mom. So is Odin's a big boy then? Is he like I want to say like Rotties are like similar in size to Pits. So is Odin like a big dude? Or is he the same size as Bowser? And I'm assuming Bowser looks more like his father, who is a Rottweiler, but more the size of the Rhodesian Ridgeback mom, and Odin is the size of their dad. What the hell is wrong with my freaking breathing right now? But dad looks more like their mom. Or Bowser and Odin the siblings? Odin weighs 120 and Bowser weighs 98. Oh, Odin's a big boy then. So I'm guessing Bowser's like slightly smaller, like a little bit. My roommate had a dog that passed away some odd years back. It was a golden retriever named Romeo. The sweetest, dumbest dog you would ever meet. But we called him Dumb Dog because he was dumb. But we loved him because he was a sweetheart. And I miss him. I miss him sorely. I also miss the cats too. One of them passed away recently. Why can't our fur babies live forever? It's all good though. It's all good though. All dogs go to heaven. They'll be there waiting for us. Not gonna lie, I've considered catching that rat. I considered trying to catch tails, but I feel like that might be harmful to him, so I don't want to do it. And also, he's like a full-grown rat. He's the big boy. He might have a family somewhere nearby. I don't want to take that from him. Tails is just, if you're ever up on deck, you see something scuttle away from you, it was probably Tails. It was probably the rat. Probably rat friend. I wanted to name Bowser Kanuna, which means bullfrog in Cherokee, but I lost the house vote. Aww. Bullfrog. Kanuna. Am I reading that right? Ka- Kanuna. I think I am. Uh, means bullfrog in Cherokee. That's dope. I respect it. That's cool. Oh my lord, my breathing. Okay. I'm trying to orient myself better. I don't know why I'm having such like trouble breathing. Well, not a whole lot of trouble breathing admittedly, but I'm having. You guys are watching me. I'm having the trach tipped up the. Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la so fa mi re do. I'm a fucking idiot, folks, but I love y'all and I appreciate y'all being here. I hope that through my nuttiness, I'm at least, somebody that could, you know, y'all might enjoy. This cold sucks. I'm sorry, Mel and I get it. If I woke up with a, like, recently, like, if I woke up with a cold this week, I'd be like, I still got freaking going to work. And I ride an e-bike to work, so I'm getting drenched in rain. I'm just like, I can't, if, I hope you get well soon. I really do. I'm praying for you. I really am. I hope you get well soon. Stay dope, stay awesome. And, I hope you get well soon and long life and long good health to your fur babies. I will say though, it's like, disease stuff going around because we've had like this weird increase of shit going around. And it's just like, I'm kind of paranoid, but I'm keeping that to myself. It's fun. I hope you get well soon, Melanie. I really do. I'm praying for you. Being sick's not fun. Being sick is not fun at all. Man, it's going for a good like hour and a half. And I like that this one is going better than the last one. So a lot of these streams have been like kind of practice runs. So for anybody who is curious about where these streams are going to go, starting next week, at least for what I'm about to talk about, sorry, is that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting next week when I'm back from work or around late night, my time, is that I will be doing a live stream where it will be, I kind of want to do something similar to Art Bell, if anyone ever like watched him or listened to him growing up on the radio. I know, radios, old world tech. So I want to do something similar to like that, where we talk about like, weird, zany, paranormal, supernatural stuff, and you guys, tell your stories too, and we can talk about that. You can tell it if you want, don't feel obligated or anything. Only tell it if you choose, feel comfortable doing so. But yeah, starting next week, we'll do it starting Monday. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll be doing those streams. So yeah, we'll be on mobile. You guys can hit it up, hang out. I'll tell a few stories. You'll tell some stories. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about weird, zany stuff and paranormal stuff in the world. And yeah, because that stuff is interesting. I hold the personal staunch belief there is more to this world than meets the eye. And while there may be things in this world, realistically speaking, that we're not supposed to know about, I do believe there are a menagerie of things that we should know about, think about, talk about, and all that. So, starting next week, Shaboof. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet. I will make it official at some point. We'll have like a whole ass thing going at some point. I'll explain it as we get closer to it, but closer to that and the goals specifically. But starting next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I find that stuff interesting, and we'll talk about other stuff too. I'll be open to getting a little bit political, but I don't want the chat to turn into a turf war. Because at the end of the day, the monsters outside are outside because we barred the door, and we're inside. I think your friend Owen had a great idea. Oh yeah? I'm a few drinks in, so I probably forgot it. So, oh wait, no, wait. I remember now. What we doing? My goodness, my vocabulary, my mouth. Where we do a joint documentary stream. Okay. Well, I'll talk to him about that. Your two joining forces, great documentary. Fuck yeah. Well, definitely, I'll have to DM him about that. But Mel and I, Mel and I, and Owen, both of you, awesome people. You two are the awesome people. Oh my god, I bet you two know how to make the chow mein and the lo mein and the popcorn chicken. I'm Asian, I can make these jokes, it's okay. You, both of you people, everyone in chat, you've been great honor to family. I am half white and half Asian. I am a half breed. I don't bring honor to anything. Because the cultures believe that I am shit. And that's okay. Because I'm in America. And we're all shit. And that's okay. Because the shit sticks together. Under the boot of the man. If I'm ever cringe or stupid at all, don't be afraid to tell me. I'm a big boy. Everyone is a mixed breed at this point. What the fucking crap? Oh shit. Wow. I don't know what that cracked me. Oh. Oh. Oh, I needed that. Thank you. It's like, oh, I'm a purebred. It's like, fuck you. You're two ways like Spain and Portugal. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, we're. See, I know. I knew a thank you was coming. Thank you, Melanie. You're a gal. You're a chadette, as the internet may refer to you as. Thank you. I needed that laugh. Oh my god, my eyes. Ugh. But yeah, we're gonna be cutting it there. Mel and I with the proper send off for the stream. Mel and I freaking love that. Thank you. You're a true Chadet. I salute you. I might be older than St. Helens Eruption, but I'm so funny. Oh my god! Like, when was the St. Helens Eruption? Freaking, wasn't that like early, like late 80s, early 90s? Because I was born 93. That might be older than it might happen before me. I want to say, oh god, was it like late 80s, or sorry, early 80s, late 70s? 1980, 1980. Copy that. Okay. Yeah, no. I grew up with my family because I grew up in Washington. You know, I lived there all my life. They told me about that. I remember seeing like the still photos, that still photo video where it's like showing the eruption in real time. It's like bum 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 bum, and the whole like face of the mountain just goes. And there was that dude who was like, you know, the Helen's eruption was a lot of people died. You know, rest in peace. You know, hopefully we never have to learn a hard lesson like that again. But with all that said, I want to thank all of you for coming to the stream. Y'all are awesome, sweet, dope-tastic people. Dope-tastic, mabastic, elastic, fantastic. And thank you for being here. I am a freaking idiot on the internet, and I'm trying to, like, do my solemn best to, like, spread good vibes from a person who may be too bitter to believe he can do it, but you guys definitely helped me believe otherwise. So, the world is a crazy The world is a. I'm just gonna fucking cringe the fuck out of it. The world is a crazy place, Snake. The internet has become not what we thought it would be, nor has society conjoined itself properly. But you and me, Snake, we can make the world better by spreading the chill vibes that we grew up with. There is no other way, Snake. Don't forget to check Dave the Kitty out. Fuck yes, I'll be checking out your channel in a bit. I'll either have Owen link it to me, or if I can, like, why can't I freaking like check out your channel? Because I can't. Is it because I? Is it because I'm the one streaming? It must be. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'll check it out. Don't worry. I'll sub to your channel too. But yeah. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. We talked about some interesting stuff, and thankfully it didn't get as political as the last one. And well, the last one was more political towards the end, and thankfully it didn't go anywhere too terribly. So, y'all are awesome. Mel and I swan song. Fuck yeah. Mel and I coming in here and bringing the good vibes. Chill vibes. Y'all bring chill, awesome vibes. You know, just being awesome, good people. If regardless of what you believe in, is what God would have wanted. So, you're awesome. You're fantastic. Stay awesome. Stay awesome. And from us at Musical Pumpkin Studios, stay dope. If anyone who subbed or intends on sticking around, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. There is lots of stuff in the pipeline. I am a famous. Oh, sorry. I want to be a famous writer someday, and I have 2 series running on my channel called Fractured Stories and Lost Tapes, both of which are in playlists, and you can check them out. I have personally written and narrated all of them. And yeah, that's about it. I'd go and comment on something on your channel so you can find me. Copy that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Milena. You're awesome. Stay dope, madam. And much honor to your fur babies. Okay, cutting it there. Stay dope, folks. Thanks for dropping in. You'll stay crack-a-lackin'.